The Boko Haram militants have been particularly focused on attacking women during the recent violence. Gigi Scoles is human rights director for the group Vital Voices, which focuses on improving women's rights around the world. Gigi, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What does it say about the region and the cultural view of women, the fact that these 200 girls are still missing 2 months later? What does it say about the mentality, despite this huge global social media push?
Well, more than the mentality, I think really the government there is dealing with just a problem on such a huge scale and scope that, it's going to be a very big challenge. That region is particularly known for having a lot of sort of difficulties and there's a lot of, it's easy to cross the borders into other regions. So the fact that they haven't been found, there's a lot of challenges that go into that. I certainly can't criticize there. I think a lot is being done. As we just saw, the fusion unit should go a long way to help fight Boko Haram, but it takes partnerships. Partnerships between governments in the region, but also partnerships between government and civil society. Government can't do this alone, and we also have to think beyond just bringing back the girls to also what are they coming back to. So really, one of the most important things in my view is to ensure that the communities are as strong as they can be. And the best way to achieve that is by government partnering with civil society in order to strengthen the communities. Women and girls are the first ones to suffer when there's insecurity in a community. So by partnering with some of the local organizations that work on the ground, the government can really go a long way towards changing attitudes and towards making a safe environment for the girls to come back to.
Speaking of government, there's been a lot of outcry after moving across the world a little bit. Some incidents in India with the girls there, and also in Egypt, and the leaders of those countries have come out recently and sort of took a stand against violence against women. Are you optimistic by hearing those things, or do you think that's just lip service?
I think that the intentions are good. I think there's still a lot of work that needs to be done in a lot of parts of the world. Really, everything starts with education, and when you have attention at the highest levels of government, then certainly that sheds light on an issue and gives it priority. These are both very new leaders that you're referring to, so they don't have a proven track record yet. They've been in office just a couple of days, each of them, really. So, I can't say that I have a real sense for whether or not they mean what they say and whether or not they are going to have the force behind them. But hopefully the international community will hold them to their promises, and hopefully they will back up what they're saying now. I do think it's a really positive sign that in Egypt, the president went to visit one of the victims immediately following the attack. I think that that's a sign that he's taking it seriously, and I hope it's not just lip service.
It is certainly getting a lot of international attention. Gigi Scoles from Vital Voices, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.